Everybody, and welcome back to The Shawning. Today, I have a very special guest who has also been a friend of mine since literally 6th grade, and he's also a huge horror movie buff.
Huge.
So, we are here to talk about our combined top 10 favorite paranormal / supernatural horror movies. Now, I already did a video on the creature feature and my top 10 favorite monster movies, and so this is the next installment of that series, and I'm very excited. We do not know each other's list, so I'm really kind of nervous because I do not know if there's going to be duplicates. All I know is that we each have 5. We are still changing our list.
That's the thing with these lists, because if you ask me a month from now, my top 5 is going to be totally different.
That, and literally I dethroned my number 1 spot like twice. Ooh. So it was just insane. But I'm really excited to talk about it. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
First, we have to have our honorable mention section, because there were a lot of movies that I had to kick out because I was like, they just can't be in the top 5.
How many do you have?
3.
I think I have 3 too.
I have 3.
Look at that.
So, who do you want to go first? Why don't you go first? Since he is the guest, Thomas is going to go first. So, what are your honorable mentions?
Am I saying one? Or
no, just say all 3 of them.
All 3 of them?
Yeah, all 3.
So, first honorable mention, Taking of Deborah Logan. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It scared the shit out of me.
The final...
no, like really bad.
The climax, right?
Sure.
Like the third act, like the final act?
The whole movie. The entire movie scared me really bad. Enough so, because it was before I was going to go on vacation with my friend, and so he made me watch it, and I was super scared because I was in a house that was not mine, and the closet door was open, and I was like freaking out. Long story short, I called him in there to close the closet door because I could not get out of the bed.
I believe it.
And I've never watched it again since.
So really, I've seen it like 5 times, dude. It's so good.
I'm a baby.
Okay, so first of all, if anybody's never seen this movie, there's a free streaming service app called Tubi. Do you have Tubi?
No. I'm not going to watch it. So,
but they have a lot of movies.
Well, so do I.
Go on Tubi, watch Taking of Deborah Logan. It's basically about this documentary crew that films this older lady going through Alzheimer's, and she's not exactly going through Alzheimer's.
She's going through some stuff, and it gets a little wonky.
Well, she is going through Alzheimer's.
I've seen a lot of I'm on like 9 different Facebook horror pages.
They recommend it a lot.
And, oh yeah, it's a good movie. It's good. Yeah, it scared me really bad.
Yeah, no, especially the final act.
Yeah, the mouth
is all you gotta say. Yeah. Okay, so the next one,
excited.
Drag Me to Hell.
Another mouth movie.
Or elderly ladies. That's the thing though. You notice, like, elderly ladies, they're terrifying. I don't know what it is.
You have a theme with your honorable mentions.
I didn't actually just recognize that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but elderly ladies, like, with all due respect, they kind of creep me out sometimes. They make great horror characters. This is the thing. I gotta think about my other one. I had 3 though.
We're on to the 3rd one now.
3rd honorable mention, Grave Encounters.
That is a good one.
You have seen that? Nice.
Yes, I have. I have it in my collection. I do.
That movie creeped me out, and I still get chills. I get chills watching that today.
Yeah, it's good. I'm not a huge found footage.
It seemed typically neither
Blair Witch was like it for me. I was good. I loved the Blair Witch, the original one.
Spoiler, Blair Witch is not in mine because I don't.
It's not in my top. It's not in my top 5 either, but I mean, it's not even in my honorable mention. But like, it's still good.
I've never rewatched it. I like it, but I think it's overhyped.
I think you're wrong. That was Thomas's honorable mention. Mine
3, not just 1.
Mentions, whatever.
There you go.
Okay, so mine is Stephen King's Rose Red. I already did a video on it, so I wasn't going to really put it in the top 5 because I've already talked about it. I really enjoy it. It is my favorite haunted house movie / series, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know. I'm a really big Stephen King fan. Obviously. But I mean, yeah, Rose Red is the bomb. Nobody talks about it, and it's amazing.
I hate to say that I've never seen that.
I know
but
nobody
it has a cult following. That much I do know.
Yeah,
so I do
the
want to check it
dozens
out.
and dozens of us that have watched it. Well, then, of course, the original Poltergeist. The only reason it's not in my top 5 is because, look, everybody knows Poltergeist is the bomb. Okay, nobody's gonna deny that.
I can
So I'm just not gonna, beat a dead horse. We all know it's great. It's gotta go. I'm gonna go with Sinister. The only reason why I'm gonna say Sinister is because I was grown well into watching horror and collecting, and I just randomly watched it. I hadn't even heard of it. I wasn't paying attention. It just kind of slipped under the radar for me, and then I watched it out of nowhere, and it scared the hell out of me. And ever since then, I was like, it's a good movie to watch. I know that there's these reports saying that it's the scariest movie of all time. I don't agree with that. I think that's all based on who you are and what scares you personally. So I'm not really going to read that far into it.
I've seen the movie a couple of times, but I can't.
I'm not going to say it's the scariest.
It's like 2+ hours, right? It's around 2 hours?
No, it's
Hour
not.
40 minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
See, I remember bits and pieces of that movie, and I've seen it a handful of times, but it's never been a movie that's stuck with me. The ending does.
Yeah.
And I've never seen the second one, so I don't know if the second one's better than the first, but I
No.
do. It barely missed my honorable mention, though. I debated of putting that in there.
The second one's not better than the first, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, we are here at number 5. Since you went first on the honorable mention, I'm going to go first.
There you go. It's your channel. You do whatever you want.
Well, thank you.
There you go.
Alrighty, so number 5 is going to be The Conjuring.
Oh,
Okay. I am a very big fan of the first Conjuring. The reason it's number 5 is because the rest of the franchise is kind of what bothers me. I do not like the Annabelles except the second one. The Nun is okay. Curse of, I can't say
La
that.
Llorona.
Sure.
La Llorona.
That's okay. I really do like the original Conjuring. I wish that it was... I almost wish it was a standalone movie. I really do. I feel like it would have been way more effective if we would have just not had this huge franchise out of it.
But why does the franchise make it lower on your list, potentially?
Because it waters it down. It's the same reason why Halloween Resurrection watered down the Halloween franchise, or Jason X borderline ruined the Friday the 13th franchise.
I understand that.
It hurts the overall value of the film itself because it is called the Conjuring universe. I think for the haunted house aspect, though, I think by far it is the best haunted house movie, period.
My number 5.
Number 5.
I don't think you like this movie or the series, but you might have changed your mind. Evil Dead.
Yes, the second one is my favorite.
The second one. Okay, so...
I was wrong in my opinion. I don't know what I was expecting when I went into watching Evil Dead. And so my second rewatch has been much more pleasurable. Not second. I mean, I've watched it multiple times, but I mean recently.
But they filmed
and
that
the second one is still my favorite.
The original was filmed on such a low budget, and
yeah.
I think it's very impressive.
However, the claymation at the end is great.
However, I can't exactly put the remake or original higher than the other because they're both, to me, so good for different reasons. When I want to watch Evil Dead, I literally can't choose on one. Sometimes I put in the remake, sometimes I put in the original. The remake is more gorier, so sometimes I'm in the mood for that.
That was my issue with it. I don't know. Saw is just about as gory as I want to go. And that's just my personal preference. Like, if you like gore and stuff, that is totally okay. I think it's necessary at times. Like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, absolutely. I just have to be in the mood for it, kind of a deal. But I still need to get it. I still do not have it in my collection. I have not found it.
Texas Chainsaw?
No. Evil Dead, the remake. I have it in my movie hunting.
Your number 4?
My number 4 is another James Wan, unfortunately. It is going to be Insidious.
So you
Okay,
decided to put Insidious over Conjuring.
Yes, because the entire franchise of Insidious is amazing to me. I love all of the installments in Insidious.
It is a stronger franchise.
It's a very strong franchise in my opinion.
It's more consistent.
And the reason why Insidious is on this list is because of that scare. You know what? We all know which one. The daylight demon face.
In the kitchen?
Yep, in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
That's the one. I mean,
that's a couple really
that's
good
in my
scares
top
in
5 favorite scares, too. I mean, it's right behind The Exorcist 3.
I feel like that's going to be in your list.
It's not.
Really,
I'm sorry. It almost made it. It almost made it.
Just for that one scare, honestly.
No, I like it for a lot of reasons.
I mean, yeah, it's a great movie. I actually prefer it over the original, personally.
Yeah.
Also, it's got Brad Dourif in it.
Brad Dourif is great.
And I'm a big Chucky fan.
And it gives me... Well, I did a video on Exorcist 3. It reminds me a lot of Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think Insidious, though, is a better... Like, the story connects...
It's a stronger... It's a
strong connection to the story.
It's a very strong franchise.
You're more interested in how the story connects in that franchise.
Yeah.
For The Conjuring, necessarily? I don't know.
And
Conjuring just takes it, like, way out.
And Lin Shaye. And I absolutely love Lin Shaye. So...
My number 4.
Yeah.
My number 4. How do you feel about Carrie?
I'm a huge Stephen King fan. So
okay.
That is a dumb question.
I have an unpopular thing to say. I have never seen the original. The one I'm putting in my number 4 is the first remake that came out in 2002.
I have not seen that one. Carrie, that's a good one. I can definitely see why Carrie would be in a top 5 for a supernatural. Absolutely. That's funny that you say that, because I almost put Friday the 13th, is it 6 with the telekinetic, or is it 7?
I think it's 6.
I believe it might be 6.
I did not include, like, the big slashers in my,
I did
like,
not.
I didn't even, like, take into
Well,
consideration.
that's a slasher, that's why. That's going to be a different section.
Exactly.
So I'm going to do a different video on the slasher, so that's why. You know, me just being a jerk. So no big franchisers today. Nope. Are we at number 3 now?
Yes, sir.
Alright, number 3 is probably a movie that a lot of people have not seen. It's called We Are Still Here.
I've heard of it.
It's
in
so
Killer Flicks.
good.
I've heard of it in Killer Flicks.
It's so good. If you have not seen this movie, oh my god, please, you've got to go watch it. The story is so cool. I think that the atmosphere of the movie is just, I don't know, creepy. It's very cold. Everything's kind of got that bluish tint to it. Does that make sense? Like,
yeah.
James Wan, you know, he uses it a lot.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch Dead Silence, that blue hue and tint everything has, it's very similar to that. And it's just really creepy to me.
That was...
So, I really recommend that movie. I've mentioned it before.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I haven't on Dead Silence. No, Dead Silence. I haven't seen We Are Still Here.
You need to watch it. I have it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. I think my brother's going to watch it tonight. Because I'm making him.
That's a good brother.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'm a generous person. What can I say? I cannot give enough good praise about that movie. And for it to not be talked about enough is just disappointing. I mean,
yeah.
If you've watched it, please put in the comments what you think about it. I want to hear your thoughts on that movie if you have watched it. If not, I really don't know where you would find it. I don't know where it would be streaming. Okay.
We're on number 3, right?
Yes, we are on number 3.
Okay. We have a duplicate. Obviously not in the same order. So, Insidious.
Awesome. I knew it. I knew you were going to have at least one of the 2 on here. I really did.
I felt like you were... Like, I kind of knew that as well.
Yeah.
Because
they're very strong movies.
Here's my thing. When it comes to supernatural, paranormal genre, like that genre, I think, like, post-2000, that series, like, that genre actually got better as time went on. And it's not true necessarily for every movie.
I'm going to disagree.
CGI effects
I'm going to disagree.
See, And I get why. And usually
everything looks the same nowadays, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
So-
do you understand what I'm saying by that? Like,
Yes.
everything, any supernatural or paranormal movie, they are either so heavily relied on CGI that it just...
or jump scares.
Or the acting is just, it's just not fitting. Or the trailer shows all the good parts of the film, and then there's no need to go watch it.
So, but see, my thing is though, is that like this is a genre that I feel like got better with time, and that's like the only horror genre I think I can actually say that about, and that's just my opinion. However, as of today, like it's kind of a redundant genre because they're not changing any, like they're not bringing new elements to it. I remember watching this movie with my grandma, and my grandma has since passed away, but I always have fond memories watching it with her. And there's a scene, Tiptoe Through the Tulips,
Oh, yes.
the little boy.
Creepy.
My grandma used to literally sing that to me because she knew it creeped me out. So I'd go
Oh,
down
that's terrible.
I'd go down the hallway to use the bathroom at like 3 a.m. and she would just start singing it. And
My number 2 is Pet Sematary. It originally was number 1, and it has been demoted. I really love Pet Sematary 1 and 2, okay? I really like the second one, almost as much as the first. Director is the same for 1 and 2. So, you know, it still has that same look. And I think the second one is a lot scarier, personally. I don't know if you've watched it.
yeah,
I don't know.
it's been...
It's not attached to Stephen King. There's no Pet Sematary 2 book or anything.
It's loosely based on, like, a sequel. It's a loose sequel,
It's
right?
a sequel, but it very much recognizes the first movie and all that good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen it
But no,
since-
the first one is my favorite.
Dude, I might have not seen that since elementary school. It's been many, many years. Like, we're talking, like, at least a decade. And that's
The first one?
No, the second.
Second one. Gotcha. I tried not to fill my list with Stephen King movies.
Because obviously you're biased.
Yep. So,
But there's a
once
reason.
again,
There's a reason.
I'm
so
just trying so hard for you guys to have a diverse list.
I'm trying to think of what your number one's gonna be now. 'Cause
You're not
if
gonna
Pet
get-
Cemetery is number 2. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, I'm excited to hear your number 2.
It's a duplicate.
Another one?
Conjuring.
Oh, wow.
But
You
see, I
reversed
switched it. I switched it because I think.
Oh, we had 2 duplicates.
Okay, so like if
I'm so excited for number 1,
If
but I know
I-
our number 1 is going to be different.
if I look at the franchise as a whole,
Yeah.
Insidious is a better franchise.
Mhm.
But, and this is what we were talking about earlier, I can normally put a separate movie, like watch a movie from the franchise, but not really like think about the other movies following that movie. So for me, I don't really think about Annabelle. I don't really think about Curse of La Llorona or the most disappointing out of the franchise, The Nun. The original Conjuring, I've seen. It's probably one of the most my most watched horror movies, and it's.
Yeah, me too.
I don't
Absolutely.
ever get tired of it.
I don't either.
I've literally watched
Especially
it back to back
Halloween.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halloween time, I really, I do a number. Like, I'm actually probably going to have to go get a new copy soon because I have put a hurtin' on my copy of it.
I was really invested into the second one when I watched it because I was waiting years to watch it.
Yeah, me too. I waited
so
a long time
When I
to
finally
watch it.
saw it,
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's... I don't know. Personally, I think the original's better.
I mean, it's hard to top the original, but like, I don't know. I feel like that's a movie that over time, it may actually top it for me if I give it more watches because I've only seen
Maybe.
it.
I mean, and that could happen. I mean, that's happened to me, obviously, because that's what happened with this list. Alright, so here, go ahead and get out your honorable mention before we go to number 1. Because I have one more honorable mention that I forgot about. So, what is your last honorable?
The
Because we
Grudge.
forgot. Oh, we don't. No.
You don't like that? What?
Okay.
The Grudge
So,
is such
no,
a great movie.
Yeah,
no,
no, it is. No, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Oh, no, it's a classic, okay?
it's great.
That movie traumatized me. It's on.
That's
It's
the
in my
point.
video. No, that
That's
video.
the
That is the
point.
number 1 movie that traumatized me the most as a kid.
That's the point of why it's on this
No,
list.
because I've only been able to watch it all the way through twice. Okay, this little honorable mention before we get to number 1 is going to be Prince of Darkness.
Okay.
I actually just watched that movie for the first time this year. I finally found it.
Ozzy Osbourne's nickname is the Prince of Darkness.
Well, John Carpenter made the Prince of Darkness, and it was great. And it actually has Alice Cooper in it.
But not Ozzy, who's literally known as the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, but at least we got Alice Cooper, so I'll take it.
That makes sense.
And we also
Cooper's
get, Dr. Loomis, but I can't remember his name.
I figured it out before I typed it in. But
Donald Pleasance.
There you go. There you go. I knew it started with a D.
Okay, anyway.
I knew it started with a D.
Whew. So you ready for number one?
Brain for it. Yes.
Are you ready? All right, I'm ready. It's gonna be Hellraiser.
I did not see that coming.
No.
What?
No.
Not,
I know you wouldn't.
no, that would have been like one of the last guesses.
No.
I don't
that
hear you talk
movie,
about it a lot.
It has grown on me
Okay.
very strongly.
Okay.
Yep. And the second one.
Well, okay. So how about the whole franchise, though?
Okay, so I haven't watched it, so I can't judge that.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak for the entire franchise of Hellraiser because I've not watched the entire franchise, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to because the first 3 I've been told to just stop at the first 3.
But see, I
and
feel
the
like
second one is amazing. So
I feel like your list will change though if you were to watch the rest of them.
Well, that may be true, but I'm not going to set myself up for that.
I don't blame you.
If I know they're not going to be as good, there's no need wasting my time.
And that's
Well, the original is number 1 for me. I think
it was such
I'm a really big fan of Clive Barker. So
See,
Clive Barker is definitely, hence as to why I have my little tortured soul
I keep eyeballing
over here.
that.
Yeah, he's great, but
I keep wanting to rewatch it, but I
Mhm.
have not gotten to that point yet because I just remember when I was watching it, I was kind of like, do I like this? I do like this. Do I really like this? I don't know. Like that kind of mindset the whole time I watched it.
the first watch was weird because I didn't know.
And I still have that weird mentality when it comes to
Well, I didn't know
Hellraiser.
what I was expecting when I was going into it. So
Sure.
then, now watching it, I've watched it several times, and I just recently watched it the other day. I still absolutely love it, and I officially have put it as my number 1. So, go Pinhead.
My number 1.
Oh god, I'm so excited. It's not a duplicate, is it?
Yes.
God! 3 duplicates? What is it?
Yes.
Let me think. Pet Cemetery?
Pet Cemetery.
God.
Man, such a disappointment.
I know.
I should have went with Grudge. I should have put Pet Cemetery as my honorable mention. I literally thought about that.
It's okay. We've mentioned a lot of different movies in this video.
I thought about
So I think
switching
I
them.
think we have covered a lot.
I literally contemplated switching Grudge to Pet Cemetery. Like,
Okay.
and I was like, can I really do that? Because Pet Cemetery is... What
It's
else needs to be
iconic.
said about that?
You can't.
Man, if I was a father, watching that movie would be very difficult. I feel like...
Oh, absolutely.
Like that,
Stephen King really.
I know if I was
Really
a dad,
pulled out
like,
the stops
there would
for
be
that
there
one,
would be
yeah.
scenes in that movie that would probably make me cry. It's a very, very hard watch at times because
Yeah.
it's sad. And
Absolutely.
I think the second one, I haven't seen it much, and I haven't seen it in years. But the second one needs to be a rewatch. Though from what I remember of it, I do really remember enjoying it. So, and the remake, it was disappointing in my opinion.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
I think there's parts about that movie that was great, and if the trailer did not reveal that turn, that twist,
that would have been perfect.
yeah,
But
everybody in the theater would have been speechless. Like, this was before Corona. Like, everybody's mouths would have just dropped. But no, the trailer for some reason
mine
didn't give it
still
away.
did because I was yawning. So, well, those are our top 5 favorite supernatural / paranormal.
And in a month, it would change
Yes,
because there's just so many good
there's
horror
just so
movies.
many. But that's okay because that means in a couple years from now we can do a whole different list and it'll be completely different more than likely, and that'll be great. Thank you for watching. If you have any other video ideas that you would like to see me do, please drop them in the comment section below. I am definitely interested in doing a lot more different types of videos, so please let me know. And if there's movies that we should watch, also let me know because that would be awesome too. And Thomas will definitely be on this show often, so you will be seeing him quite often.
On that note, I am starting a YouTube channel this month. Link will be in the description, hopefully.
Yes.
Right? Yes.
And I will be on said channel as well.
He will be collaborating.
Because not only are we horror fans, but
we are professional wrestling fans.
So
I'll be talking about pro wrestling, so if you're a fan of that, hit the sub. I did a like, but subscribe, and Sean will be on there joining me a lot.
So I will be very busy. So don't forget to keep it creepy, and I will see you next time. And thank you for watching.